Yeah, there's a couple games that I have circled here. We could talk about the Titans and the Cardinals. We could talk about the Dolphins and the Panthers. Which one do you want to get to first, Perna?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because I did a video about the worst teams in the league, Tom.
They all win except the Jets.
Freaking won. So the Titans, they were down 18. The Panthers were down 17. The Broncos were down 14. The Saints were down 11. All of those teams managed to get wins. Let's go to the Titans because they got their first win. Cam Ward got his first win as a rookie quarterback. They look to be as bad as you can be.
Sure.
And now the Cardinals are in trouble.
They are not a dark horse anymore.
Game slip away.
That kind of horse.
And maybe one of the most insane plays I've ever seen, Tom, was Cam Ward rolling out under pressure, throws it, ball is tipped, Arizona intercepts it. Arizona, with the guy without being touched, fumbles it into the end zone for the score for Tennessee. I think it was Tyler Lockett grabbed it in the end zone. And then after that, Cardinals couldn't get a couple first downs. They let Tennessee get back into it. They win on a game-ending field goal. So, like, the Titans were down as bad as they can be, and they get a huge win. I love it for Ward. I like it even for Callahan, even if, he gets fired after this season or whatever.
Sure.
And the Cardinals, a beatable team. I still thought they would win that game, and then the DeMarcado dropping the ball at the goal line, like 1 week after AD Mitchell did that same shit, like
legitimately.
At least AD was trying to change hands for a celebration. Mercado just.
Did you see the sideline video too of Gannon?
Yeah, yelling at him.
Still yelling at him, and then he hits him in the chest, and I was like, whoa! A very far cry from pew pew.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Thank God
Holy
didn't have
crap, Cardinal. Like that, and I mean this truly. That is one of the worst losses I've seen in a good long while in terms of a complete collapse. Like in terms of upset, the biggest upset I think you have to give to the Broncos, right? In terms of expectations heading into that game, because even
one of the two.
Yeah, but even the Patriots, I mean, we talked about this on Friday. I talked about this in predictions. I thought that was going to be a close game. It's a divisional game. You never know. You look at back-to-back NFC West divisional games on Thursday Night Football. Those are both really, really close games. Yeah. I appreciate you. But it's the Cardinals letting that game get away from them and losing that game after a heartbreaking loss on Thursday night against the Seahawks, right? And they were able to get back into that in the fourth quarter. That loss was so horrendous. You need the DeMarcado fumble, which is it's just.
You need two of the dumbest plays I've ever seen.
Legitimately, those plays never make sense to me. And it's just, what are you doing? But then it's exactly what you said. That Cam Ward insane play that was an interception fumble that somehow resulted in a touchdown, and even that slide kick at the end for Tennessee. It barely went in. It was going over to the right. And I was like, oh my God, if he misses this after all of this. And it just seems like the Cardinals, who, we joke around like that's my dark horse every single year. This is the horse now that's getting taken out back, with a broken leg, because it is, I don't even know how you take this team seriously right now. In an NFC West, which it looked like it was going to be wide open, the only team that won this week is the 49ers, who barely have a roster that they can field right now.
Yeah. And
they're the only ones in the division getting a win. It is just such an epic collapse of the Cardinals. And yeah, man, that's a rough loss.
Yeah, Cardinals are going to be down bad, and they might be down bad for a while. I don't know if they can recover from this. They're down both their running backs as well right now.
Yep.
The guy coming in who was about to have a huge moment, fumbles it away for him. So that sucks.
Mm-hmm. That was bad. Did you see the Mike McDaniel walk while Sweet Caroline gets played in the background while he's walking back to the locker room?
I saw the walk. I didn't know they had.
Sweet Caroline was going, and he is the most dejected looking coach. He's talking about other choke jobs, because there was a few of them. The Dolphins losing to the Panthers yesterday.
Stay tuned, Vanessa. But the Dolphins, the thing that sucks for Miami is Tua played well. No picks, 3 interceptions. They got Darren Waller cooking. Waddle had over 100 yards. I was just writing about this, but they had net 19 rushing yards, the Dolphins. They had no balance. And conversely, their defense gives up over 200 to Rico Dowdle. Out of nowhere,
Rico Dowdle
dropping bombs on the Dolphins. Holy shit, Rico. I love like just a guy who comes out of nowhere, and it's not just like 150, not 100, it's 200 plus yards. Like, it's just insane. So Carolina got like a spark I don't think they expected. And then they hung in there. And Bryce Young, you know,
it's all right.
they didn't give up. And they're another team that's not good, but they're fighting. They're fighting to try to win. And the different, like Carolina, Tennessee, just a week ago, all these teams just looked like they were ready to fold. And they came out, they got wins, they didn't give up. And Panthers fans, Titans fans, enjoy it this week. Beating the Dolphins is not like that impressive. Beating the Cardinals is not that impressive. But you got wins. A win's a win's a win, right, Tom?
Yeah, win is, yeah, exactly. It is losing against the bye week. Well, and that's the thing, too, for the Dolphins. Their win against the Jets, they got their first win on Monday Night Football last week. And yeah, it's tough, MJ.
Business internet.
They're apparently doing upgrades. Apparently the upload speed is supposed to get better. Apparently, I mean, they downgraded because now it's 0 internet speed, but yeah, that's that. But for the Dolphins, man, like it was an ugly win against the Jets last week, in which the Jets were clawing their way back into that game. And there was a ton of penalties against Jersey, and the Dolphins were able to hold on. And you're like, okay, they lost Tyreek Hill, but maybe they can build off of this. And like you said, like Tua didn't even look bad.
No,
and it was just
their passing game looked better, honestly, without Tyreek Hill.
So
looked better.
It just like this is another one where we talk about guys on hot seats here. Oh boy, it's pretty freaking rough, man. The Dolphins, I don't know where they're another team. Like, where do you go from here? We've been talking about McDaniels for a while, that he's going to be on a hot seat. We talk about Callahan being on a hot seat, and it just looks like they're out of answers here in Miami. It was going to be tough to rebound from losing Tyreek Hill anyway, just because it's one less target, that Tua has, but holy cow. Yeah, I don't know, Miami against the Panthers. I don't know. I don't know what the hell this looks like. And now in terms of the AFC East, and we'll talk about this Bills-Patriots game, it is a 2-team race, it seems, in that division. And I don't think the Dolphins are going to be part of that conversation.
You got to be able to run the ball, Miami. And we all love Devin Achane.
He had a great week last week.
Yeah, 1.6 yards per carry, though, for Achane. They gave Ollie Gordon 3 rushes. I think this is kind of game where once you get that lead, you got to get a guy like Ollie Gordon more carries. He's more of your tone-setting type back, right? Like, control the game that way. So I'll put that on Mike McDaniel. And I love Mike McDaniel. I don't ever want to put anything on Mike McDaniel. And, of course, we mentioned the 200 yards there. Xavier Legette caught it. He caught the pass. He scored.
Yeah.
And Tet McMillan, just quietly still looking really good. I think Emeka Egbuka is having such an insane season so far as a rookie receiver, but Tet's been good for the Panthers as well. They just, they'd been losing in the process. So let's see here. Cowboys, they get another win. Not a surprise over the Jets, but an efficient victory here for Dallas.